Hello, everyone. This is TD Talks editor Connor, and I want to say sorry about the cut last time, but it was getting really long. And in episode 2, we're talking about Pahkitew Island. We're dropping you right where you left off, so you won't miss anything if you watch the last one. Enjoy.
I know that I know that we said that we would want All Stars happening after Pahkitew, but in this we were talking about it didn't, right?
Yeah, should
Yes,
we
For simplicity's sake, yeah.
well,
Should
for
we talk
simplicity's sake,
should we
Okay,
talk a
so-
different version that is after Pahkitew?
hear me out on this.
Yeah,
Hear me out on
sure.
this. So Pahkitew happens, right? And the all-stars from that season are like Sky, Sean, Jasmine, like that kind of group. And maybe Dave.
Yeah.
Like that kind of group in there. And then instead of going right and then all-stars right after that, maybe there's 2 seasons where it's like
We could just do Revenge of the Island versus
Revenge of the
Pahkitew.
Island versus Pahkitew, and then Redemption season.
Okay.
With
Well,
that being so 3
But I have
generations.
I have one question for you though.
Go for it.
In this hypothetical, does Pahkitew still suck?
No, because
We could
we're
change
all
it.
better writers. We're all better than Ed McDonald.
We're better
Okay, but
than
one
the
thing-
professional
Well, you're giving me
writers
too much
Actually,
that
credit,
worked
then.
on
There's a
this
problem. There's a problem thinking about. So, would the All Star season have like the same cast we talked about and adding Pahkitew characters?
show. Well, I think
I mean-
if a
think you
redemption
definitely
season
could.
happened in between that,
I think Redemption season would happen between the Pahkitew versus Revenge
yeah, but
and All
there's,
Stars.
there's one thing.
Well-
If the people in the redemption season are different from the people who got far in Revenge of the Island and Pahkitew and the Revenge versus
Well, yeah.
Pahkitew season,
Well, here's what we
how
should
would you
do.
get that whole season in?
Yeah. Well, here, like the obvious candidates would be like Trent, Bridget, DJ, like
What if, like,
Brick,
they're-
and Maria. Would all be obvious candidates.
Yeah. I feel like
Right.
one season in between them would be fine, I guess.
Well,
Because
here,
if you do a
how about
redemption
this?
season-
For the Revenge versus Pahkitew cast, why don't we just use the Revenge of the World Tour fan
Yeah,
season
that's
cast?
kind of what I was
basically.
thinking.
I think
Just
that's
do
what we
that.
should do.
Just
So-
do that.
That's
Out of that-
definitely easier.
Let's literally just say that it's Revenge of World 2.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah,
It's
let's do
literally
that.
just Revenge of World 2.
So I'll just name the let's see here. Okay, I'll just name the cast off from that. It's Jasmine, Ella, Sean, Dawn, Anne Maria, Scott, Brick, Dave, Amy and Sammy, Dakota, Cameron, Beardo, Lightning, Stacy, Topher, Max, Sugar, Joe, and B
Okay.
would be the
I always
cast for
forget
that season.
Lightning's in that.
Yeah, I always forget Lightning's in it because I was like, what?
Well, I was just looking at like the
Yeah,
or
banner.
the
Oh, excuse
Discord
me.
banner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
we'll
should
just
I feel
do
like-
that.
I feel like out of that season, I'd say probably Jasmine, Brick. I think B would do well, honestly, and Dawn. Topher, I think, would be the villain. Maybe Topher and Amy, a
I
combined
think
villainy
Dave
there.
is the villain, honestly.
I think this is a redemption arc for Dave because Sky isn't in it.
I definitely see Dave. Like I was writing a fan season at one point, and I definitely had like a massive like redemption arc
Yeah.
for Dave in that. I think it's just very easy
Yeah.
to redeem him. You know.
Let's see
I
how.
really don't want Sky and All Stars because I don't like Sky.
Mm.
So
If Sky is technically an all-star, so we kind of have force. Maybe we
Yeah.
can make her an early boost.
Just make her not suck
Dude,
in
That's
Pahkitew, and
exciting.
then it's easy to
honestly,
get
we
in
should
stuff.
probably talk about Pahkitew
Mm.
fixing next.
Let's do Pahkitew Island fixing.
Well, in this hypothetical, I want to bring up, in this hypothetical where All Stars is after Pahkitew and other seasons, that would have to be 26 episodes, like with
Yeah,
a bigger
definitely.
cast, right?
With a
Yeah.
bigger cast, I'd say we do the same cast, but with like 20 episodes.
I feel like that's too small a cast.
That's too small.
Yeah,
Well, we
I
just did it
agree.
with
All-Stars.
Revenge.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like the bigger cast, 3 generations, and you need throwbacks to all challenges because you have to make the season fair to all 3 casts. You need a lot of time for that.
Well, I
Throw
think
back to the
well, here's
challenge
how you-
Scarlet blows up.
Well,
the
Revenge happens, so you have 13, and then you have like, what, 14 Pahkitew?
Yeah.
I think you do
Yeah,
the same
true.
thing. You make that like 20, 22 episodes. Like, maybe a little bit less than what Action was. And then you just do the Revenge of the World Tour, basically, and combine them, which gives like lesser developed characters more time to like
And then,
get better.
so
right.
we're at the hypothetical.
And then the next season would be like a redemption season following that, which would be like where Mike maybe goes. Like some of the characters that aren't in Revenge of the World Tour would go. Along with like
Okay.
the characters from Island that got fucked over.
Makes sense.
So
I'll
okay,
just
let's
jump
just
in
run through a quick hypothetical for Pahkitew. Right?
here.
You make Rodney not suck.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
See,
that
that
would be a
becomes
good
infinitely
idea.
better.
Okay.
Can
Oh, I need to
yeah.
find the Reddit post. There's a Reddit post to where if the season was centered around the twins.
Okay, the twins
I
definitely.
mean,
need
well,
to
That's
fly.
pretty
the first
decent.
3 episodes are.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, I mean, like the
dumb.
whole
It's really
season.
bad.
I need to
I don't
find
think
it.
the whole season they should last. I don't think they.
Well, I'm gonna
deserve
find it
to
real
go.
quick. I'm just gonna present to you as like a hypothetical. Like, what if this was a thing?
I think this is the part where I should probably talk less.
I found the hypothetical.
Okay.
So this is the order that they proposed. Beardo first still. Leonard goes next. Ella goes next, except the sugar eliminating her happens earlier. And it happens in episode 5. It's 5 episodes in at this point. Sugar goes next because they figure out that she snitched on Ella. People get angry, she's gone. Dave goes next, except and this guy was intended to go, but he knew how badly she wanted to win, so he sacrificed himself. And they parted ways with one last kiss. He's gone, episode 8. The Max and Scarlet plot. They said the Max and Scarlet plot happens earlier. It's the only thing I disagree with. I think it should still happen later. And Scarlet just doesn't go crazy, and she's just the main villain of the season. And Sugar's like the Justin, like the what if, what could have been.
Wait, who's this villain? Sorry, I completely blanked there.
It's really no one. I think they have it as Topher, but I think we change it to Scarlet, and Scarlet's it's just the smartest villain ever. This is where I start changing things. I'd have Max actually do go at 9th, and he just does something like decent late the next season.
I guess.
And then
Topher needs to interact with people that aren't Chris in order to be a villain, and that's illegal.
I think in 8th, they have Rodney winning this. No, I disagree with. Yeah, no, I disagree with that. At 8th, I think Rodney.
This conversation.
No, hear me out. I think I'd move Rodney down to 8th, as in like merge is right around the corner. I don't know why you would want Rodney.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly a challenge threat.
Assuming he doesn't suck and he'd be a challenge beast. Yeah.
I think you still have him kind of like fall in love, kind of easy, but he doesn't fall for every single person he meets,
and have it not his only thing.
Yeah, I think at 7th they have Jasmine, which honestly I don't think is a bad idea because it leaves a lot of room for her to grow in the next season, right?
That's pretty lit.
It's like a potential what if challenge beast. At 6th they had Topher, and then at 5th they had Sky. 4th they had Sean. 3rd they had Amy. Runner up was Sammy, and the winner was Rodney. In this hypothetical, I'd probably go Jasmine 7th, Topher 6th, Sky 5th, Sean 4th still, and then I'd move. Actually, I'd probably have maybe Sammy win. I'd probably move Scarlet to 3rd. Actually, I'd bump Sean up to 2nd.
Wait, but how do you even have Rodney in the finale? Like, what is he even? What is his personality beyond just falling in love with people?
He should just be a challenge beast that gets yeeted just before the merge.
That's
but then also maybe
they have Rodney. They have Rodney and Amy together. It's Rodney and Amy work together all the way through.
No.
That's how they put it. I disagree. I think Rodney should go 8th.
But then with your new order, though, isn't the final 3 there Amy, Sammy, and Scarlet?
This is where I'm going to change it a bit. I'm going to have. I feel like it should be Sammy, Scarlet, and Sean. Yeah, and then bump Amy down
I like
there.
Sean in the finale still.
Sean in the finale works.
Bias be like.
I think Sean and Sammy should be in the finale, and then Scarlet go 3rd.
Because she's the villain.
Yeah.
Yes.
The heckin'
So then this is also basically before we go over this, since Pahkitew's big problem with Chris being an absolute douche and not getting any comeuppance whatsoever, what do we do with that? Because everyone wants.
I think we just have Chris just tone down his douchiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
probably
would he get Ella eliminated, right? Because he said Sugar would snitch. So
yeah, Chris gets eliminated.
Chris gets shoved in the canyon by Chef.
I like it.
So do you guys like that order that I said? Beardo, Leonard, Ella,
decent.
Yeah, that's solid.
Ella, Sugar, Dave, Max, Rodney, and then we have Merv. Then goes Jasmine. Who's after that? Topher.
Sky.
Amy, Scarlett, Sean, Sammy.
Some idiot in the text of VCB talking about water.
So what
Preview
plot lines would we
Revenge of
have
the
for
World
that? I think I
Tour.
kind of,
Basic guide for that. Okay.
I think we kind of went
For the-
over plot lines, but like, some plot lines we got?
How did we
The
get
Sugar
rid
and
of
Ella thing.
Dave?
Okay, Sugar and Ella things happens earlier. The Beater and Leonard thing happens the same. What happens with Dave is that Sky was going to go, but Dave sacrifices himself for her, and the whole love thing happens, and that is
Okay.
saved. And the whole Keith bullshit doesn't happen. All Dave doesn't know it's
How
insane.
about
Okay.
Max?
They could do.
Scarlet gets Max eliminated.
I think
Yeah.
Scarlet. Well, Max
Yeah,
should
they-
have gone like in pre-merge in the original game, but he got
Yeah,
saved by,
right. They
like,
could have done what they
Ella.
did in that monkey episode there
Yes.
and
Scarlet got
just
him
actually
eliminated
follow
before
through on
Ella
it.
got eliminated.
Yeah, and then Rodney goes right before merge. I think no one's really done this, but I think intentionally throwing a challenge to get rid of someone would be good.
I mean,
An idea to get rid of Rodney.
That's a Scott type beat, bro.
Scott, and
Like,
then there's
here's my
also-
thought, right?
there's
You like
also
know,
Grayson
okay, it's
Pieces.
final 8. It's the last time it was like merge at 7, merge at 6, or something like that. Revenge, you're like, merge is around the corner. Why not throw a challenge to get rid of someone you know is probably going
To
to beat
get
the
rid of
challenges?
Rodney.
To get rid of Rodney.
But then who would
Question.
do that?
So,
I don't even
Scarlet-
remember the teams.
Topher, I don't know, it's Topher or Amy.
I thought Scarlet was a villain, so would
Or Topher, Amy, or
be-
Scarlet. Yeah, Scarlet.
Yeah, have to be one of those two.
Big
Yeah.
brain. I bet it would be. It's depending on who would be on that team. It would be probably Scarlet who would do it.
Because
Because
if,
I think those
if
two are on the same
Topher's in a
team.
Justin type role, then could be
Yeah,
a cool
'cause-
move for Justin
Yeah.
and for
then
Topher
merge.
to do.
I think Jasmine.
Yeah.
I think Jasmine and Sky are instant targets for being physical threats and actually being social. So whichever one doesn't win immunity goes.
basically.
Topher has to do some kind of like
Topher has to do more.
plot thingy to get eliminated
think-
where he does.
I think.
Would he
I
still
don't
do
know.
something with Chris?
I think.
'Cause, you know,
Okay, this
Yeah,
person
but
had
less-
after a lot of thinking. Sammy decided she should tell Topher tells Sammy about his plan, and it's like they have like some relationship thing in this alternate timeline. And like she tells Chris about Topher's plan and eliminates him, and this eliminates him.
Okay.
Right. Sky goes next because she's a mega threat. Scarlet and Amy probably team up here. Amy pulls in Sammy, and Sky goes.
Yeah. And
Amy
how does
goes
Amy
next.
go?
I would think I think at this point, I think Sean
Wait.
wins immunity.
Hold up with the double elimination
Okay.
this season.
Okay.
I think Sean wins immunity here, and then Scarlet's like, out of the two, who can I beat? If I'm Scarlet, I'm like, I can probably beat Sammy. So it's time to take out Amy. She probably gets Sean to vote Amy. And he gets like Amy and Sammy to split their vote. Actually, no, Sean wins immunity. You can't do that.
Wait,
I don't
so
think we need a double elimination though. If we just
That's
don't
just
have
like
the
a
episode
trend.
where
Maybe do another
it's a
tiebreaker.
non-elimination.
You do like a tiebreaker
true.
between Scarlet and Amy, and Scarlet wins.
Yeah. It's
I
not
think
bad.
that could work. And then Scarlet
And
gives
then-
it 3.
Scarlet be doing like a Mel type, like ultimate evil where Sean and Sammy have to
Or she
just
like,
take her
tricks
down in the
Scott.
final 3 or something.
She like in the talent show, she does like some really brainy thing and just doesn't. And Chris is
She
not
has big
impressed.
brains that didn't kill
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, hold up. But a big thing about Pahkitew was the mechanical island thing. Would we still have that?
Yeah, and have it,
I think
like,
make
I
it
think-
way more
earlier in the
relevant.
season.
I think have it.
I think you make it
much
more relevant, and it's like known
important.
like in the early part of the season, it's like this is a mechanical island. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, so Chris makes the challenges more interesting by making the
Yeah.
robotic parts do stuff every episode.
Yeah.
Because maybe the plot would be like you lose possession of Wawanaka Island because he basically toxic waste the dump of
Mhm.
toxic waste. You lose possession of that.
So
Instead of
I think what you
sinking.
do, obviously you have heckin' island, then you have radioactive island, and then you have mechanical island.
Mhm.
What kind of island is next?
Yeah.
Leave
So-
your
Alien.
Well, after
idea in the
here, okay,
comments below.
hear me out on this. So we do a Revenge of the World tour next,
Mhm.
and then we do Boney Island as Redemption Island.
Oh,
and what
that would
happens
be-
in Bone-
That'd be great.
I like that.
Okay, and then hear me out on this. The challenges are with the players are challenges that got each of them eliminated. So it's like DJ, it's the scare challenge, right? You
Yeah.
got DJ eliminated island, you bring that back.
Like what you were
Okay,
saying yesterday with
okay.
that survivor type thing that happened.
Yeah.
And Bridge challenge would be the hunting challenge where Chef has to
Yeah.
hunt them all down, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
It was like it's like each challenge is based off what an eliminated camper.
No,
so
no,
like,
no, no, wait. Bridget's would be getting
No,
stuck to a
don't.
pole.
The pole point. Yeah, but you can't do that. Remember, it's like World Tour. It's icy. You can't really do that. Boney
Yeah,
Island,
yeah,
unless you
but
mechanically hijack it.
if they can have a mechanical island, they can definitely.
Remember in All Stars when they had that ice machine on the cliff for the ice cream?
Oh yeah,
They could do something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
or
No,
or
that's
because
true.
of the island
Bridget
curse, you
versus
just have
pole
poles show
finale.
up, and Bridget's gotta just try not to kiss them.
Yeah, that's
And
the
Chris
whole.
is like,
That's
"Hey,
the
you gonna
whole
kiss this
episode.
pole?"
That's the whole episode. It's just
Chris being like a
everybody's
dick
like,
and
okay, kiss this pole.
Okay, so I think we've got Pahkitew Island kind of fixed up.
sad.
I think we all like what we got.
Yep, yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Revenge of the World Tour next. That would be the next one. Would be Revenge versus World Tour.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep the same cast or do we want to flip some out?
I'm just gonna keep the same cast.
Do we want to keep the same cast? So okay, so I think some of the ones that get left out that are put in All Stars get put in the Redemption cast.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do that. Okay.
It's like the Redemption cast can literally just be everyone who hasn't merged yet, basically. When you think about it.
Well,
Was I meant to be taking notes about the Pahkitew thing? 'Cause
if you wanted to,
I totally did.
you might as well. If you want to, we're gonna take it. Like I think.
Well, that
take a second.
I found it easier to understand that, so I didn't feel the need to.
Mm,
All Stars is really,
Okay.
really
All
using up
Stars
the
is
brain
the best.
cells.
true.
Okay.
Bridget's
So
first pole finale.
so I do have the teams. And Harry shared some stuff with me. I'm just. Do we want to like just talk about the teams, or we just want to make our hypothetical teams?
Hi guys, this is Trigvy from the podcast. We didn't intend to end the podcast here. However, the original recording was like 3 hours long, so we just cut it down to like 2 parts. So this is part 1, and we're just going to end it right about here. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time for when the part 2 of this original recording comes out.